Now, the I guess the biggest star on the card, so to say, would be Khamzat Chimaev, and a lot of people were picking him to go in there and finish Gilbert Burns. Burns did really well against Khamzat. Some people thought Gilbert Burns won that fight, and I could see why, but it was very close. It was an incredible fight, right? The first two rounds was pretty insane. What do you think of Khamzat and what he showed in this fight? Because this was his
Oh,
test.
bro, that was my fight of the night, hands down. But it takes two to tango. Like that was a incredible back and forth fight. Like, yeah, this is the biggest test of his career. He's getting thrown in the deep end. He definitely impressed me. Like that was definitely he definitely impressed me. Like, I don't think he was going to get past Burns. Um, and yeah, it was one hell of a fight, but he had to fight for that one. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't. He got shown. He got shown. Human. Like everyone is human. It's funny that fans like sit back and they love to just think that there are these superhumans out there that are just levels and levels above anyone else, and they can't be beaten. I don't know why. I don't know why people get obsessed with that notion of like these unbeatable, like larger than life humans. I don't know why people get obsessed with it. Maybe it's because it gives them like a good reason to then not do it. They're like, oh man, good thing I didn't become a UFC fighter because there are these superhumans out there that are way better than everyone else. It's like, well, the reality is that there's not. There's not these. There's no one is superhuman because I've been in a gym with multiple world champions. I've been in gyms like no one is superhuman. Everyone gets sick. Everyone gets tired. Everyone has bad days, good days, gets injured. These things happen, and we kind of saw that in that fight. Like, is he good? Like, oh, he's good. He beat Gilbert Burns. Like, he's incredible. Comes up is one of the best welterweights in the world, like hands down. He went out there and he proved that. Like, is he superhuman though? Like, maybe we can stop with like the wild talk, you know. Maybe now we can stop with the people saying, "Well, he could beat Gilbert Burns, Leon Edwards, and Kamaru Usman in the same night." It's like, whoa! Now at least we can chill with that.
Yeah.
Now we can at least chill with like the Superman talk. Is he
Yeah.
good? For sure. One of the best in the world,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah.
Is he a god? Like, no one is, brother. No one is.
Yeah.
Everyone bleeds, everyone gets tired.
Exactly. Two things. Everyone bleeds, everyone gets tired, and once you get tired, not many options there after you get tired.
Crazy
But
fight how
hey,
it started. Like, he came out, got the takedown, was dominant. I was like sitting there watching it going, holy shit. I was going, but like, obviously, Burns, like, was experienced enough and had a high enough level that he was able to kind of survive that early onslaught. And then just, yeah, crazy fight. That was like one of my favorite ones. And then just probably the last 3 minutes, just Gilbert Burns going right hand happy, just throwing nothing but right hands for three
yeah,
minutes, just swinging, trying to take his head off. It was pretty crazy fight. Some pretty wild grappling exchanges, some wild him getting dropped, him getting dropped, him getting dropped, back and forth. Fight of the night. Incredible performance from Hamza. Good showing from Gilbert Burns as well. Either of them could have finished that fight.
yeah, yeah. They both had chances, right? Man, he has a chin on him. Gilbert, he did phenomenal too. He took the fight. He took a fight where nobody wanted to, the guy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
nobody
Credit
wanted to
to
fight.
him.
Yeah,
He
credit
didn't
to him
have
on
to
that.
take that fight. Credit to
No, he
him.
doesn't. He could have sat back just like everybody else is doing. And you know, they're saying like I think Dana said earlier this week that if Hamzat gets past Burns, then they're gonna put him up against Colby, right? I think that's the right move, to be honest with you. Colby's sitting at number one. No, is he sitting at number? Yeah, I think he's sitting at number one. So why not have him fight Colby? Colby's the guy that's kind of like the championship gatekeeper at welterweight. I like that fight. I think that fight will be incredible, and they already have some kind of who doesn't have beef with Kobe? But I'm just saying, do you like that? Do you like that fight, or do you feel like there could be a possibility that Leon Edwards might get skipped over again?
Nah. I don't think so. I think Leon Usman, and then yeah, that Colby Kazma comes out is a good fight. That's a good fight to make. That's a good fight to make.
Yeah. What do you think of that? Who do you think has? Because Kobe's going to go in there and wrestle him and then strike with him.
Yeah,
Kind of
like we
see his
didn't
style.
really see that. Like we saw like that was like a good striking fight
Mhm.
in that fight. But yeah, Burns didn't really have too much success with the wrestling. I think maybe like a half a takedown, couple good positions, couple good reversals, but it wasn't yeah, it wasn't a guy that's gonna come out there and actually try to wrestle Hunter because from what I can see, like no critique, but Hamza can't go backwards. Like that guy, that guy can only go forwards. Like that's
Yeah.
like Gilbert's like standing there going right hand happy, and just he can't stop coming forward into the
Yeah.
punches. Like it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild to see that. Um, all he probably had to do was probably jab and then step back, like jab and step back, and he probably would have picked them off and had a pretty big advantage in that, but he just charged. He chucks it into the drive and keeps coming forward, eating punches, coming forward. That is going to be difficult against a guy like Colby. Colby will make him wrestle. It's a very intriguing fight just to see how Hamzat's wrestling stands up against Colby. Like I'm just interested to see if
Yeah, me
Colby
too.
can get him down because we know how close um, Usman and Colby are, you know, in terms of their like wrestling and how their wrestling exchanges go. So if we come out there and just Colby can't do anything to Hamza, well, now I'm intrigued
Mhm.
to see how the Usman fight plays out.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I completely agree. It's just, yeah, Hamzat, man. I feel like he still needs like that fight against Colby to kind of really get our interests, you know what I mean, peaked with that Usman fight. If
Yeah,
Usman
it
gets
would.
past.
It would. Like we've seen how Colby stacks up against Usman. Like I think
Mhm.
that's like the real question, right? Like his if Hamzat goes out there and just dominates Colby and does a better job against him than Usman's been able to do, especially if he finishes him. Like now there's intrigue. Now there's intrigue for that Usman fight. It gets people. You need to get people to ask the question, right? Like people go, "Well, I wonder." Now I wonder what would happen. Like that, Hamzat beating Colby makes people ask the question: What does he do against Usman? Like how does this play out? How does his wrestling play out against Usman? Can he get Usman down? Like this is the questions that you need to get people asking.
Yeah, it's exciting times though for the welterweight division because Hamzat got the win. Now he's in like this position to where like, okay, we're gonna possibly be able to get this Usman Hamzat fight soon if he, if they win their next fights, right? It's gonna line up perfectly. Even if Leon wins, then I think that makes the road to the title much longer for, let's say, a Hamzat. But um, I think it'll line up perfectly. For some reason, like it just happens that way sometimes for the UFC. Um, yeah, so Hamzat proved a lot of shit to everybody, and Gilbert, he's still going to be there at that top five for a while. I think. I don't think that this
Yeah,
man.
for sure. I don't feel like his stock has gone down any at all. I think just more showed the level that Hamza is competing on. I feel like that's all the fight really changed.
Thank you guys for watching the video to the end. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that we're putting out. We got a lot of things in the works, so please stay tuned.